You ready?
Yeah,
You ready?
I'm ready. Let's do it. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? On this week's YouTube episode, we drink a beer from Other Half called Space Diamonds, double dry hopped Imperial India Pale Ale, 8.5 alcohol content. You'll see more about it. But then we go over how to structure a chest workout and my $1 million idea. Enjoy. Stay groovy.
You're all getting older.
Yeah. Hopefully by 40, I just, curl up, shrivel up, and die. What do we have today?
So today we have Other Half Space Diamonds, a double dry hopped IPA, 8.5%.
The DDH, the double dry hop.
Yep, and that's about it.
The whole reason why I bought that is because of the double dry hop.
Yeah.
I just love the taste of hops. When the more like bitter hop and stuff that comes blasting out at you, the better. I prefer it. So Other Half Brewery, they're out of Brooklyn, New York, and they, I guess, been making their way down here. Texas has weird like laws about how stuff gets down here. A lot of these breweries are figuring out how to get down here, like into Texas, and I couldn't be happier about it because we're getting better beer. Not that Texas doesn't make good beer. Man, that thing's never been used.
Look at that.
Is that the first time it's been used? It looked like you had to really put some elbow grease into it.
So for people that can't see, last weekend I got my hands on some of these vintage beer koozies.
Mm-hmm.
And it says, "I'm a ray of fucking sunshine."
Is that like a gas station that you found, or did you actually purchase it via the internet?
No, me and the wife was shopping somewhere. Oh, the Painted Tree over there in Sugar Land.
Uh-huh.
And I was stumbling through there.
And you found that bad boy?
And I got another one. The other one says, "This beer's going down like a fat kid on a seesaw."
I've never been a koozie fan, ever. Like,
Yeah.
if somebody asks, do I need one? I'm like, no. I always thought if you needed a beer koozie, you just weren't drinking quick enough. Like, why? Your beer gets hot. Well, fucking drink it. Like, what are you doing with it? I never understood the logic of koozies.
So seeing these
Unless they
vintage-
look like that.
Right.
That's different.
Seeing these vintage ones took me back because my old man always had beer koozies strategically placed.
Uh-huh.
And he had one that was so old that the bottom was blown out.
Mm-hmm.
So it was just the sleeve, and he would leave it on the shift of the boat. So every time he'd get in the boat and he wanted a beer, the beer koozie was right there. He would just put his beer in the beer koozie and just...
Yeah. Like,
know.
see, those to me seem like they actually work. Like, they would keep it cool. The new one's kind of like that.
collapsible ones you put in your pocket.
What's that made out of? It's made out. I mean, I guess it does. It's like a thermal type
It's
thing.
a
that'll
little
keep it-
foam.
Yeah, but that seems like
Yeah.
legit.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Like, if you fell out of that boat, he could use it as a flotation
Oh,
device. as well.
100%.
You're not going down.
100%.
Him and the beer floating there. He's just got to hold on to it.
Yeah.
Anywho, this brewery is out of Brooklyn, like I said, and they're another one. I stopped. Remember where I used to like read a little bit about the breweries, and then I stopped because literally it was like they were copying pasted off each other.
Uh-huh.
This is another one. 3 guys came together. They wanted to brew their own kind of beer that they wanted to taste. Right. And it's like, all right, that's the write up they had.
That's there.
I have it right here. They wanted to make beer representing the other half of the industry. It doesn't explain who the other half is though. So maybe we're the other half. If we like it, we're the other half. If not,
Well, it's
we're
called
not.
Space Diamond, so are they talking about the other half from outer space?
Well, that's just a brewery. They've got one that I think it's one of their most popular ones. It's called Broccoli, and you're like it. I remember the first time I tried it, I was like, is it made from broccoli? You never know now,
Right.
And no, that's just what they decided to call it, and it's a really good IPA. It is weird because when you grab the can, I grabbed the can out of the refrigerator to try it. I was like, I had to ask the guy behind the bar, like, is this kind of like a
Is this a
special
vegan?
edition, or not necessarily vegan, but more of like, what's gonna be in this? Like, are they
Right.
making a play on veggies or what?
Right.
So yeah, well, let's see. That's got that color. That
It looks good and smells good.
yeah. Oh, it smells incredible.
Yeah.
Did you try it yet?
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah. Well,
That's a really good one for being double dry hopped.
yes. It honestly, if we'd have had a little sooner, it probably would have had a little more kick to it. But it's really good.
That's a good beer.
Where was it at? Oh yeah, we got to do our what is Untapped thing. So you think it's really good, and I think it's pretty good. And the world of beer drinkers rated it out of 5 a 4.34. So since we've been doing the Untapped ratings the last 2 weeks or 3 weeks, whenever we started those, this is the highest, I believe.
Yes.
So
4.35.
we're well on our way to understanding what good beer tastes like, because you and I thought it tasted good. Therefore, we
Now
know.
we know it tastes good.
Yeah, if
because
everybody else is
Untapped
saying
said
it.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into a workout question. Being that you have a massive chest and arms, I was thinking this the other day when I was walking out of the gym. When developing a new chest, etc., like arms, shoulders, legs, like your routine, how do you plan for it? Like if you were to actually write everything down that you do, I know you kind of go in, you've been doing it so long, I've been doing it so long, I don't have like a checklist anymore. But say you had to write out a plan on a basic chest day, how would you go about it? Do you need me to expound upon what I'm saying?
No.
But tell these people, they watch us for workout stuff too.
Do they?
Yeah, surprisingly, we've had a few questions and comments about it.
I feel sorry for them people. But I mean, I would build it around prioritizing what is your weak points or what you think you need to bring up.
Okay.
Is how I would prioritize it and structure it based off of that.
Mm-hmm.
So I personally always warm up with some type of fly
Okay.
to warm everything up. Then I go into my pressing movements.
So any type of fly,
Yeah.
cables.
Dumbbells, the fly machines, pec decks, anything
Yeah,
that's open.
and lightweight.
Yeah, start off light and I try to end off relatively heavy.
Mm-hmm. Do you try and get a sweat going, or is it just?
The sweat usually happens. I usually run a little hot anyway. So, I mean,
I got you.
it ain't like I'm moving through them.
Yeah.
But I always like to start off with some type of fly variation, then go into typically 2 pressing movements. Me in particular always had a weak upper chest, so always focused more incline pressing.
Incline pressing. Okay. So dumbbell. Let's say you're doing it for 6 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Would you start with dumbbell or like a barbell incline first?
I always like dumbbell. You could get a fuller range of motion with the dumbbell.
Mm-hmm.
Barbell, I would put that second, me personally. That way I don't have to use as heavy of a weight.
Got you. So I guess what I'm asking too is, if I were starting a new block or whatever we're calling it, say for 6 weeks, and you start with the dumbbell, not even touch maybe the barbell for that 6 weeks, develop some sort of strength with the dumbbell, and then, with the dumbbell, and then at the 6 week point, maybe switch to incline bench with the barbell. Is there any benefit in that? Or like you said, maybe being able to go heavier with the barbell?
So if you're using it or if you're doing it to build some muscle,
Mm-hmm.
and at the end of 6 weeks, if you're still feeling it,
Yeah.
keep doing it.
So if I'm sore at the end of 6 weeks after my
I wouldn't
workouts.
change nothing.
Right on.
I would keep doing it.
Mhm.
So, because I think that block stuff is more for maybe your powerlifting
Gotcha.
type thing that
Yeah.
you particularly do.
Mm-hmm.
I believe if you do a movement for 6 weeks and you still feeling it, you still getting a good pump from it, you still sore from it.
You haven't plateaued then,
Yeah,
right?
why would you not do that anymore? Because you done proved for 6 weeks that you feeling it.
Yeah.
Why stop doing it?
And if the weight is going up, say by 5 each week on those dumbbells.
Is it a weight going up, or you could execute more reps? I mean, you're still progressing.
Yeah. I think I see a lot of people in the gym just bouncing around to everything, and whether that's them trying to get pictures of themselves doing each and everything in the gym, or they're just trying to hit every single thing.
Yeah.
And so starting out, just like 4 movements maybe for chest, or you?
Yeah, because I mean, you got to realize your chest ain't that big of a muscle. I mean, it ain't.
Yours.
It's just. I mean, it's that big. You know. You gotta.
So you said that you struggled with like the upper chest, so incline.
Mm-hmm.
That would be your first attack because it's your weakness.
Yes, I would try to focus more movements on an incline to try to build up my weak point, which for me was always my upper chest was just never there.
Got you.
I love dips, and dips work your lower.
See, dips
the lower and shoulders and triceps.
Dips is always the one that I'm always having to look it up whether I'm doing it right for tricep or for chest. Depending on how you can explain it a little bit better.
So if you're doing dips and you want to do it for chest, you put your chin on your chest and you look at the floor the whole time. If you're doing dips for triceps, you want to keep your head up, kind of like you're looking at the ceiling to keep your body more vertical. So if you vertical while you're doing your dips, that's more tricep focused. When you put your head down and you bend over, your body tilts.
Got you.
So that's what brings in your
chest.
So looking down, your body goes from here to here.
So really the easy way to remember that is just look at your chest if you want to hit chest.
Yeah, if you want to hit chest.
Got you. Yeah, the amount of time, like I have it now, but I'm telling you, at least a dozen times I would Google real quick because I like doing both. I like doing dips for both,
right,
chest and tricep. So I was like, today's arm day. I tuck my chin. Do I look up, and so I'd have to always Google it. It's a wealth of information, dude.
Because so at your gym, in that gym 1, that dip machine they have,
which I think they moved it out to gym 2 now.
The plate loaded with the big balls on the
Oh,
handle.
I've never used that one. That's a weird one to me.
See, that one, I find it most effective when I sit on the edge of the seat.
Okay.
That way my hands are way back.
Now, why would you want that?
I feel it way more in my triceps than if.
So it's tricep dominant when it's a little further back.
Yeah.
Got you.
If you sit back in that seat, the handles come up here.
Got you.
And you pushing down here, and
so you're basically doing a press at that point. We'll get back into it. I'm gonna go down a tangent. What is the reason? Now let me explain it. That tricep machine you're talking about, or dip machine, pardon. It has obviously arms coming out, then they kind of go up to where you could put your hands on them. But then it has like tennis ball shaped balls on each of the things to hold. Why is that? Why that grip? Is that my mind is thinking so you can grab it from different directions. It's not just one handle. It seems like if you're taller, maybe, it rotates around or something. I don't know.
I don't know why that's there.
I saw that and I just didn't know it.
To me, that's way more comfortable. Because all the other dip machines, I do them all the same way. So if the regular one got a handle coming out and it just stops, so that handle is flush like this.
Yeah. And
when I grab it and push down on it, that flush, it's like a corner just digging into the palm of my hand the way I sit on that seat.
I do the same thing with it.
But having them big old balls in my hand,
more comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't dig in, I guess. I haven't used that machine just because I use the other one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm usually outside doing it. But every time I would watch you and Henry working out, y'all would work out beside it, and I would just stare at it like it just seems kind of odd.
Yeah.
All right, so we've hit incline. Let's go back to your day in the life of Bud doing chest. Where are you going from incline? You've done some dumbbell sets with incline.
So right now, the way Coach PB has our workout structured over here on Sunday Fun Day is because it's chest and biceps on Sundays. So right now, he has us doing flies to start off with, dumbbell flies on a slight incline.
Okay.
Then we either go to the incline barbell or we'll do incline dumbbell.
Gotcha.
However he's feeling that day is what he picks. So let's say we do dumbbell incline. Then we'll follow that up with a flat barbell.
So like a bench?
Yeah, flat barbell bench.
Okay.
Then we usually finish up with some dips.
So just 4 movements, really,
Yeah.
not overdoing it. Just yeah, it always blows my mind when I see people in the gym, and I think people are excited. I go to a fucking just influencer gym. From what I gather, is a lot of people are trying to get, like, I'll see them with a camera hitting like 8 different spots in the gym. Like, I'll just watch them, and like, what are you
that content, bro?
Well, yeah, and then, but also, like, where is the content? Where is it just lack of knowledge? Like, I need to do more. Like, they do 2 sets on one machine, then run to the next machine, do 2 sets. It's like, what are you accomplishing? I guess, like, it just almost reminds me of, like, a CrossFit type thing where you're just like, let's just hit everything, So 4 movements, and you've hit the chest that day.
That's it. That's a wrap.
Gotcha.
And we're only talking about 3, maybe 4 sets per exercise. So, I mean, you're looking at 12 to maybe 16 sets.
So how long is that taking roughly? Like, if somebody were to plan that and go to the gym.
So 3 of us. Well,
say it was just you. Say it's one person.
Say it's just me doing strictly just chest, those 4 movements. Say 16 sets. Dude, I'll be done in 40, 45.
Yeah, so it doesn't take an hour and a half if you're moving.
No, because 3 of us doing that chest workout, then typically 2 bicep movements after. You're looking at 3 grown-ass men. One of them likes to chat a little more than the others. So,
one of them doesn't chat at all.
Yeah. So, I mean, probably an hour to an hour and 10.
So when you see people in the gym for like, man, I need an hour and a half, 2 hours. Like, what do you on, say, like a chest day like that? How long? Let me
personally. I don't know. So, are they working out for an hour and a half, 2 hours, or they do a set and bullshit for 10 minutes?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I guess it depends on your, obviously, warm-up times may vary for some people if they have a shoulder problem or elbows tight or, whatever. Maybe it takes them a little bit longer to warm up that chest area or whatever. And other people, I've seen people just walk right in and start throwing weight on, and you're like, good God. I mean, they shaved off. For me, that's like 10, 15 minutes shaved off for just not having to warm up. But I guess I used to feel weird walking out of the gym in like an hour. Like, man, maybe I didn't do enough, but I can feel it. Like, I know I did, but you see some people, I'll walk in, say hi, like the nod or whatever. They were there before me and I'm leaving before them. It's like, am I not doing it right? Like, man, maybe I need to stand in here and grind a little bit more out. But I feel like some people just spend too long there. And these are people not even talking. I've seen them, they're just, they feel like they got to do more, I guess.
Right. I mean, they might be doing the total body.
Yeah.
I mean, I personally believe 45 to an hour on one body part. I mean, I don't know what else more you need to do.
Would you ever input a full body day into your
Oh, Lord,
workout? That's okay. I always thought that was odd.
I couldn't imagine where put it off a little bit.
Oh,
You're
sorry.
blowing into it. Um, I don't know where you could be effective enough on certain movements
Mhm.
before you just so tired. You know what I'm saying?
I think you
Like
could
like say you're doing Jesus fucking
20-minute
Christ.
clock.
Like could you imagine doing back and legs
Mhm.
and trying to do everything else after? Or could you imagine trying to
I guess if you
just
did
work
a
out legs?
I guess if you did a full workout like that, like a full body, everything would have to remain light,
Right.
and you would have to just kind of like sets of 15 and 20, so you didn't
But
go into death.
do 5 sets of 20 on a leg press
Mm-hmm.
and tell me how much energy you got for the rest
What
of
if
the
it's
workout.
what if it's really light?
Nah, we talking about
Yeah,
a true set of 5 to 20.
I've seen those kids in that gym, and I want to say they've flown in or drove in from Dallas, like a 4-hour drive. They come in trying to get content, I'm guessing, and they just hit. I've seen them beside me hitting squat, and I'll talk a little bit. Then I see them, drop and go to deadlifts. I'm like, what the fuck? Like how? I just watched you max out. Like you literally just maxed out. Like I had to spot you, and you almost didn't come back up, and now you're walking to deadlift. And then, so I'm not paying attention. And then I'll walk in through the other gym and they're doing curls and pull-ups and shit. And I'm like, what the hell's going on here? Like, what are you doing?
They want to get their $30 worth.
That's true. For y'all that don't know, my gym is $30 to have one day. Man, that's crazy to me. $30. I guess it does keep a lot of people from coming, especially from a gym that would already has a lot of people coming to it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm guessing if they raise it up, it keeps 10 people from coming in every day that take up more shit. I mean, and they can charge for it. People are going to do it.
Yeah.
I see it every Saturday.
And that's the thing. I mean, we say it's expensive, but people are paying it.
Yeah.
So it can't be that expensive.
Well, if you're coming for 1 day or 2 days, say like I go to another town and I want to go to a nice restaurant. So say $100. Then I want to go to a bar, another $100. Well, maybe they don't do that. Maybe they go to Jack in the Box, spend $10. They go, somewhere else and get a coffee. They don't drink. Maybe they just go to the gym. So $30. They're still way less than what I would do on my vacation time. Instead, they chose to put that money to go into the gym. It's understandable, but
and also they're starting to do it now that you pay a drop-in fee and it's good for 24 hours.
So you can come
you could
multiple
hit
times.
it right. Yeah, I mean, if you get it after lunch on Saturday, work out that afternoon, and you hit it in the morning, you get 2 workouts in for $30.
That's not a bad idea.
That's if they do it for 24 hours. I don't know how they do it.
Yeah, I don't know, but that's not a bad idea. I
Yeah.
think that's the way it should be.
Yeah.
So we've figured out our chest workout,
Mm-hmm.
and that we can visit it at a later date, but that way we're not going too far with it. But that sort of regimen could be done on every movement, arms,
That needs to be
shoulders,
Yeah,
legs.
You need to.
4 movements.
I mean, shoulders. I wouldn't do no more than 3. I mean, shoulders, small muscle.
Mm-hmm.
Arms, the same thing. I don't know why you would.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, my arms, I used to do, I want to say 5 different types of things. And it was like, okay, I'm tired, but now I do 3. Like, I just do 3, but obviously each one of them I'm pretty taxed after I finish, like, the first.
like 3 for bars and 3 for tries.
Correct. Yeah. And it's nice when you can find something to superset, like grab the, like I'll I'll do the dumbbell curls. And then once I finish each arm, I'll grab up a heavier dumbbell and do, overhead tricep with it.
Right.
Just so, I mean, it's time saver too.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're just doing a set of biceps, 4 sets of whatever, and then you move to 4 sets of triceps,
Yeah.
dude, you could be there for over an hour.
Yeah.
I've learned that arms for me takes a decent amount of time for some reason, because I think once they go. So you have to Like I have to rest a little bit longer sometimes, especially when I was with you. You would cook it sometimes. I'm like, shit, dude, I can barely even pick up the 15. It felt like, you know.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I wanna rest a little bit more and get a bigger, better set. But yeah, we're gonna talk about arms at another date because you don't get arms your size and we don't talk about it. You want to do the sponsor? Well, this went for over 20 minutes on just how to do a chest. Usually we're like three things in deep. Oh,
Today's sponsor brought to you by Cheetos.
good Lord.
These are the minis, the Cheetos minis.
Are they
cheddar.
the cheese balls?
Cheesy, crunchy, delicious. I don't know.
I'm
But-
not, dude.
What? You like them?
The classic
Huh?
thing that I know I say all the time. I'm not gonna lie. I say that all the time. I'm not gonna fucking lie. I love Cheetos, dude. Like Cheetos are really good. Remember those ones we did on like the first show that I had, the white cheddar Cheeto puffs?
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude, I could go through them. These are the Cheeto balls.
Yep. That's what these are.
When we were kids, you throw them up way up in there and try and catch them in your mouth. Yeah.
So
Dude,
I
those are
think
unbeatable.
Cheetos saw us do the Dorito minis, and I think that's why they sent us these.
They blew them out of the water.
Yeah.
For those that didn't watch the other week, those Cheeto minis that came in a tub like that, the tube like that, sucked.
Dorito minis.
Yeah, pardon. What did I say? Cheetos?
Yeah.
The Dorito minis. Let me get that right because they sucked.
So the Dorito minis look like when
Crumbs.
you get to the bottom of the bag, they look like a bunch of crumbs. Just
The part where you're like annoyed about
Yeah,
because
you
you have
throw
to
the
like
shit away.
pinch them and everything, and
Yeah.
yeah, you just go ahead and like get annoyed and toss them. Yeah, dude, I rarely go back for seconds. These are awesome.
let's move this.
These are like a big jug that they used to have, and you could just get a bunch.
Let me move my
Let
CrossFit
me ask
trophy.
what the hell that is. Yeah, it's a
That was a CrossFit trophy I won.
that thing came in here like 6 months ago, and I never asked what it was for. Your brain sometimes you just grab random shit. So I was like, man, he just thinks it's funny.
So the wife convinced me to do an in-house comp
Yeah,
at their CrossFit gym.
which you said you would never do again.
Yeah, I told her I'd never do that shit,
But you did.
but I did because she really wanted me to do it, and I can't say no to my wife. So
Especially when it comes to CrossFit.
especially when it comes to
You can say no to restaurant, like maybe a choice of restaurants, but not in a CrossFit competition.
So yeah, they put your names in the hat,
Uh-huh.
and they pull whoever you get picked with. That's your partner. And
I remember you talking about
me
that
and
one.
my partner came in second.
I thought that was a really good idea for a fun, and you said it's in-house, so it's all people that you're going to, for those that don't know CrossFit competitions, you can show up to local CrossFit competitions and not know anybody
Right.
because it's all gyms. But that one was in-house, which,
Means
like, I don't know does any other sport use in-house like that? In-house CrossFit competitions, though, are just within your CrossFit gym
right.
having a friendly competition.
Yeah.
I didn't know if there was like in-house strongman competitions, but
Yeah.
I never heard. Speaking of strongman competitions, I went to one last week.
How was it?
Oh, it was great, dude. It was really good. I've never been to. This sounds weird to say. I've never not been to a pro like end all be all strongman competition. Been to the Arnold, been to the Invitational, like top notch.
Mhm.
You know, best in the world. I've never been to a local one,
Mm-hmm.
and it was still just as fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the weights aren't as huge, but your weight is relative.
Yeah.
So seeing somebody that's struggling with something, knowing that it's heavy for them, and still performing and still pushing is still cool. Like it doesn't have to be 1,000-pound deadlift. It could be 200-pound deadlift, and they're pulling it for 20. You know, and it's hard for them, but they still have that, thing in their head that can push through that wall and that barrier and keep going. That's cool.
So
It's still awesome.
You went and watch your stay eating?
Yep. Went and saw him, picked us up another beer. Maybe our second porter I think we've ever done. Yeah, so we'll have to look at that one. But the beer there was really good. What was it called? The brewery. It's funny. I get this place confused with Other Half all the time. But it's a local place out here. It used to be called like Stigma or something like that.
Okay.
Or something like that, and it's something else now. Equal Parts. That's it. Equal
Equal
Parts
Parts.
Brewery in Houston. Excellent brewery. The brewery itself inside looks like a coffee shop, and like nice wooden tables and concrete walls with, you know, earth tones and shit. But then all their t-shirts had like metal on them, like metal tees, like I like to see. And then some of them were
metal graphics.
Yeah, metal graphics with the beer, and you can't read shit, but they look cool. And then some of them had like microscope of what hops look like and different yeast and whatnot looks like through the microscope. It was cool. But the beer was really good. I got us a few. I brought the porter, but I tried one of their pale ales, a double dry hop pale ale. It was like, oh wow, this is actually really good. So I'll do some in the refrigerator. But let me see what else we got. We're going down some random ass rabbit holes. I guess we could end it off with this. And I think I have $1 million idea here. I really do. And I know we've talked about this before, but I believe it was like old school Kilos and Ounces podcast. Like before mics, when it was just the camera with a little mic on it.
What in the kitchen?
Yeah, possibly in the kitchen, maybe in the living room at the old house. I think it was in the living room at the old house. I may have brought it up. What do you think of for-hire workout partners? I think this is $1 million idea. Not necessarily a trainer, but a workout partner that you can hire by the hour, pay by the hour. So somebody wants to do arms with Bud.
Like a hype man?
Not even a hype man, just somebody to work out with. Say you you're always by yourself when you work out. And for me, for instance, I remember that one time I got in with you and Henry. Y'all were doing, I think, arms that day or something like that. Randomly, y'all came in or something, and it lined up with what I was doing that day. And I just hopped in with y'all. Oh, it was back day. Y'all showed up for back day. And usually y'all were doing something else that day, but something in y'all's schedule changed it. And so I hopped in with y'all on back day, and I had a ton of fun. Not necessarily the talking, but you're just doing something with another human.
Right.
I always work out by myself, so it was kind of nice. So what if we start that, where you can almost like a Uber, they could maybe come pick you up, take you to the gym, or they can meet you at the gym, and you can pick what you want to work out. It doesn't have to be like obviously you're going to get into some legality stuff about spotting and all that. But you just write that big fancy thing, and remember you just click the button at the bottom, the little box, and sign your life away in case they don't spot you right on squat day and you snap your back.
Agree to our terms and conditions.
Correct. I think that's $1 million idea, because there's sometimes, I'm not going to lie, dude, arm day is boring as hell. And I'm just sitting there like, dude, I almost just want to have somebody just work out with me, because this is boring
you want
as
somebody
shit.
else to suffer with you, is what you're saying.
Suffer with me, talk with you. You know what I mean? Just like enjoy you get. I think it makes the hour go quicker. I don't know. But what are your thoughts on that?
I wouldn't pay for it.
Say it's not that much, though. It's like having a trainer. People pay like, some people pay like $100 an hour plus for trainers.
And I think that's crazy, but
I think this is a
I like
$1 million
my long
idea.
time.
This is the
I
issue, though.
really enjoy
You
my
do
long
work out
time.
with a lot of people, though.
No, a lot of people work out with me.
Correct.
Yeah.
So that should show you that people like to work out with other people. So there's a business out there, and we're going to put our name on it. There's never times where you're like, man, I just wish somebody would, like, I had somebody to work out with.
Absolutely not.
Man, because I work out by myself every time. And I don't need somebody. Like, I don't.
Right.
But there's some times where, like, arm days, like I said, I can't stand that fucking day. It's so goddamn boring. And to have somebody that just will, like, just a little, like, you got that, bro. Like, anything.
Good job.
Like, it
Good
doesn't
job.
even need to be that. Just like, you suck. Pick that shit up. Like, oh, yeah. Because it's just so damn boring. I use that.
Stop you complaining. And
Yeah. Well, it's weird. I don't know. Sometimes it's just nice as somebody like myself that, you know, I'm always by myself. Working home just by myself, or working and work out and home. So sometimes it's like, shit, maybe just being able to chat somebody up for a little bit while you work out, and it not be, you know what I mean? Not a dating thing, but like legitimately a bro for hire.
you know, if one of them sleazy fuckers would end up touching one of them girls.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you could go down all that and down like if I'm thinking out a business plan, if I had to write this up for you, But in my mind, I'm like, let's just keep this simple and be like, hey, dude, I see you do arm day on the same day as I do. Like, you want to do arms together? But instead of that awkward conversation, you just have a business where it's like, you call somebody up, like, or you know, like a Uber, like a fucking Uber. Like, who's a guy that works out at this gym that's like chill as shit and just likes working out and will literally work out with you? And you hire them for like, I don't know, $20. They're already going to work out that day as it is. Say they put like a thing on there. My name is Chris Michele. I'm doing arms today. And there's just all these time slots. They're going to do arms sometime that day. Why not get paid like $30-$50 that day for that 1 hour? I think it's a fucking really good idea.
So look at here. Get somebody to develop an app.
Uh-huh. That's expensive, dude.
Where somebody could, just like you said, you could go in there and said, hey, this day I'm working out these muscle parts and I'm going to be at the gym at this time if anybody wants to get a workout in.
Yeah.
And I mean,
a spot for 1 to 2 people.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's a great fucking idea. I've been thinking about it for a long time because I thought about it one time. I used to work out in my garage. And it'd be like chest day. And you're like, dude, I'm limited to a certain point with how I want to max out on bench press because I have nobody to spot me.
Right.
And I don't want to die. So it would be nice if I could just hire somebody that would come over for like 20 minutes when I'm getting further into those sets. I pay them like $20 and they could spot me.
John Boy lived right next door. He could.
Well, this is also when I was, during COVID time, I'd be home by myself or something and had nobody there. He'd, be at work or something like that. And, but yeah, what if you don't have a lot of friends? Or a lot of people don't have friends that work out.
Yeah.
Like, I know a lot of people and they don't work out. Most of my, going out, hanging out buddies, they don't work out. So they're no fucking help. I just think it would be a cool idea. You hire somebody to just work out with you, a workout buddy, not a coach. That because you're getting more into like a trainer,
right?
And then you just talk shop. Like, how was your day? I'm literally talking about a friend for hire, like a My Pet Rock. Yeah, I just think it's insane, or it's an insanely good idea.
Start that app where people don't pay; they just show up at the same place. Hey, I'm Chris. What's your name? Oh, yeah, let's go work out.
You'd be surprised, like, how lonely people are.
I think you are right that if you would set it up like you said, that, hey, this is my name, this is my profile pic, and you're over there with your silly little fucking hairdo.
Yeah, because then you meet people. Yeah.
You start getting
it's $1 million idea.
More people.
Hey, let's edit this part out.
Oh, I'll chop this shit up.
No,
motherfucker.
I've thought about it for a long time. I don't know if it's something I would ever do, but I've trained people like one-on-one, and then I've worked out with you, just having somebody there. And dude, sometimes it's nice just to have somebody to talk to. Like after a long day, it's like, dude, you just talk and then you go fucking home. I know I'm not the only one.
No,
so yeah, that's my idea. Well, let's rate this beer. And shit.
Well,
we're out of here.
My Ray of Sunshine beer cools is telling me this is a 4.35 beer.
Let's break it down. You're gonna have to take it out of there. What do you think about the can art?
It's a little lackluster of what we used to.
They don't do anything crazy.
Right.
All their can art is kind of like wallpaper.
Okay.
Like weird objects.
Yeah.
They don't put any like giant mountains with like a dude playing a banjo on it. None of that. It's shapes, different things like the broccoli one I was talking about. It literally has like a wallpaper of just little broccolis down it.
Broccoli florets.
That's it.
Everywhere.
Yeah. I like the colors though of it, like that purple with the green,
blue or whatever that is.
Yeah, like an electric.
Yeah.
Smell of the beer you said was really good.
Really good.
Yeah.
Really good.
And what was the percentage? It says it on the side.
8.5.
That's a dangerous 8.5.
This does not taste like an 8.5. This For a double dry hop, this is very smooth and very easy to drink for sure.
If you had that on a hot day, you had a 6-pack of those tall, or 4-pack of those tall boys while mowing the lawn.
4 of them will be gone.
Yeah, and you would be feeling it.
Yeah.
Because those things are smooth, and if you're hot and you drink one, oh shit, man, I want another one. And next thing you know, by the time you're done mowing the lawn, you got the fucking lawns
the
all.
lines, you wouldn't win a straight line, I guarantee you that. But this is a very smooth beer, guys.
That's a very good beer too. So other half,
yeah, y'all knocked it out the park.
Swinging.
With this one.
Yeah. Cheers.
Cheers, guys.
Man. Yeah, that's our first other half on here. I've had quite a few of theirs, and I guess we need to do more.